Hello students, today's class is dedicated to array and to solve the queries asked by few students. So in front of me if a few queries are there regarding array and I'll read it out one by one and I'll try to solve it all. And this may help you to resolve all the confusions regarding this. So the first question goes like this. So what will happen if we do not write 10 in this line? Okay, in this particular line number 7, uh, what will happen if you'll not write 10 here? So dear students, uh, first of all, I'd like to tell you, just see this, what happens first of all. Okay, why I'm telling you this way, just to tell you that you can also, with the experiment, you can also try to understand all these things. Save it and then compile it and see the, uh, I think it was not saved. So let us first save it properly, save, and then compile it back. So now when I removed the quantity 10 from here, it's asking or it's telling you the error that array dimension is missing. Now what is this? Try to understand the concept here. Actually the new keyword, wherever we use the new keyword, new is used to allocate memory space or some space in memory to that particular object or variable. So here n is the variable, and we are telling that these many number of bytes are needed, but here we are not specifying any number. So that's why the new got confused, how many space to be reserved for that. Like if you want to book rooms in a hotel, if guests are coming and you want to book room, so you need to know how many rooms you need. So the same way the new keyword also need to know how much space is needed or is need to be allocated. So that's why a number here is important. Otherwise, you can see error is coming. So it should be now quite clear that any number is needed here. Now you may ask, or one query is also there, why we are not writing any number here? So let us write a number here and see what happens. Look, error, expected this. Actually, it's a rule. It's a rule that if we want to make an array variable, then we have to give opening bracket and then closing bracket just after it. But just after it, we have written 10. So it's telling you that this is needed. This is expected here, not this is expected. Okay. So now you may think it as a rule that we cannot give any number this way. Just we have to give opening brace and closing brace. This compiler understands that yes, this particular variable is going to be an array. Another query is there which is asking that why this bracket is needed. So the answer to that query is this bracket simply signifies that this particular variable is not a normal variable, it's an array. This is a rule. We need to give this. If we want to make any array variable, then it is compulsory that we have to give this. Okay. And if we want to use array to store or input something, then we need to specify uh, the dimension also. Look, there are other ways of using array where a dimension is not specified, but we'll see them later on. Okay, these queries are only related to the topic which we have already discussed. So right now what you have to think, these are all as a rule. If you want to make array variable, you'll have to write like this. And you have to give the number of pockets that you want to be there in array. Another query is asking, can we make any data type or ints can be only made array? So my answer is you can give any data type. Even you can create array of objects. Array of objects can be also created and can be used in the same way. Let me show you an example with a float. Let us have a float variable here, but here also we need to give float. Okay, float variables, the number of bytes float takes. Now everywhere we'll have to make change. Next int, we'll have to make next float. This will be int because pockets cannot be 1.1.2. No? It can be memory location 1, 2, or 3. So it will be int. Index is int, but rest that can be any data type. So save it. We'll not see the running mode of it. We'll just see whether it is compiled properly or not. That will tell us that program is okay or not. It's compiled. That means any data type you can provide as per your requirement. Programming is very flexible. You can give any data type. So one more query is coming, that what will happen if we'll provide a negative number. So now it should be very clear that as I said, that the new keyword is used to allocate space, just like when we book rooms in hotel when guests are coming. So the same way, though, can we book a negative number of rooms? Not at all. So before compiling, it's our guess. Let us see what compiler says about this. It's according to compiler, it's okay. It's just a number. It's treating it just a number. Now let us try to input data and let's see what happens. Run this. देखिए, negative array size exception occurred. We learn exception handling also, but for compiler it was just a number. But when we started running it, मैंने बोल दिया कि भाई जाओ -2 रूम बुक कर लो, तो बोला क्या भाई -2 रूम बुक करना है, बट एक्चुअल में जब बुकिंग का नंबर आया, बट व्हेन एक्चुअली द प्रोग्राम स्टार्टेड वर्किंग, एक्सेप्शन अकर्ड. तो नेगेटिव में बुकिंग नहीं हो सकता है, ये एक्सेप्शन आ रहा है यहाँ पर. सो you may call it as a runtime error. It was not compile time error, it is runtime error. It can be a logical error also. Okay, तो इस तरह से हमने ये समझा कि नेगेटिव नंबर्स हम नहीं डाल सकते. तो इस तरह से आपको भी थोड़ा एक्सपेरिमेंट करके थोड़ा सा प्रोग्रामिंग के करीब आना चाहिए. सो अगला सवाल क्या है? One query is, what will happen if you write something like this? Okay, let us see what happens. This you just make such change, save it, and we know we have already seen what was happening. But let's see once again. It's asking that this is expected here and not anything else. Another thing is here dimension is missing. Okay, so it simply implies that here you have to give some dimension, and here you cannot give anything other than a closing bracket. So this is how array works. These are the rules. Rest everything you have to think like these are rules and we have to follow it. Another query is, one is asking what is the importance of this bracket. So as discussed so many times, this is a part of rule. If you want to make an array type of data, array variables, then this is necessary. This is important. Very simple. One query is, what is the exact difference between data and arrays? Difference? They are similar. Look, float n is one of the data type where we can hold or put or store floating point numbers. Now array simply helps us to store large number of such data in a sequence. If 2, 3, 4 data are needed, we make different 4, 3 variables, we make float type variables. But if we are intended to use lot of numbers, lot of data, so it was discussed in the previous class. You can see the video why arrays are used. So arrays are normally used to hold large number of data without actually creating that much large number of variables manually or just explicitly variable 1, variable 2. Arrays create those number of variables just simply. Like here, if I'm writing 10, then 10 such variables are created. And the property of arrays tells that all those variables are stored sequentially n0, n1, n2, n3, n4, like this they are stored. So they are same. Array is just helping in storing large number of data in a sequence. So one query is also there other than array. One student is asking why we are using system.in. So the quite simple answer is system.in simply indicates a standard input device, that is keyboard. So a scanner in, we are making object of a scanner class. Scanner class is used to scan the inputs from the various devices. So if you want to input from a keyboard, then we use system.in. If you want to use another input device, means like if you want to use a mouse, or you want to use scanner or any other input device, then for that you need to use some other uh, this function, so or other object that you need to learn. For other input devices, what we need to use in place of system.in. But when you want to use keyboard for inputting, we use system.in. Another query is, can we use while or do while loop instead of for loop? So the answer is of course yes. Why we use for loop? The purpose of the loop is just for the indexing, that I is needed. And if you provide this I through any other means, then also there is no problem. Let us transform this program using while loop. While I is less than or equal to or less than 10 simply. What is the initial value of I? Let us give it int I equals 0. And here we need to give I plus plus. Okay, now let us compile and run and see. Once, oh, multiple declaration. Variable I is already defined. Okay. So dear student, when we define this way for loop, if you define any variable inside the for loop, then it becomes the local variable to that for block. So, and here we are defining I as an local variable for the whole function. So we do not need to specify it again. Just simply removing this may help. No other problem is there. No problem. Once you can see it in the execution mode only also. It's working. It's working. And since it is in float, so 0.0 is coming. No problem. That's nice. So this is how we came to know that yes, other than for loop, we can use while loop. But you can see that if you compare for and while, for loop seems better. So you can use any looping technique. Also. Another query is, why loop and array is used all together? Why mostly used together? So the answer to this question is, it was demonstrated in the last video, last class, that what will happen if you'll not use loops with array. Then we'll have to use the way we are using normal variables. If you want to input 10 numbers and if you are not using the loop, then we'll have to use nextInt function 10 times for 10 different variables like n0, n1, n0 equal in dot nextInt, n1 equal in dot nextInt, n2 equal in dot next. Like this we'll have to use. If you have 10 numbers, then it's okay, you may write it. But what will happen if you have 100 or 1000 numbers to be inputted? You cannot write 1000 times the same thing. So the loop helps to simplify the use of array. The loop simply simplifies the using array. Array को जो इस्तेमाल करना है वो loop से थोड़ा आसान हो जाता है. So it is always good or suggested that you first better become good in looping and then you will enjoy using array. So the next query goes like this. One is asking, Once again. Why I is inside a bracket in line number 11? Why I we are writing inside this? Actually, if you'll see the last video, no, you will come to know that how arrays are made. This I is representing the index. If we are writing something like this, float 10, new float 10, then n0, n1, n2 till n10, 10 different pockets till n9, including 0 altogether 10. The 10 different pockets are created and all have different index. So this I is simply representing the index of the array. Array has index. If you really want to understand what is index, you can watch the last video. There I have discussed it. Index, array has index, and this I is changing with loop, and that is how as with the change in value of I, the index is also changing. So that's why writing not I, you can write any number also, any constant also, or any other variable also you can write. But the matter is that should be there. That pocket must be there. That not go beyond that or go not less than that. It will be within that. So it's just indexing and nothing else. This query is again coming that why we are not writing anything else. So this is the rule. Again, I'm telling you, this is the rule. We cannot write anything. This is rule. This is how we create array. One query is coming. What will happen when we'll write something like this? In place of 0, what will happen if you write is 0? So we have already seen what had happened whenever we have entered -10. So for compiler, this is not an issue. The compiler had no problem. But once we start executing it, we'll have problem. Look, it is started, but when we tried to enter some data in 0 means what? Nothing has been allocated to them. कोई स्पेस अलोकेट नहीं, कोई रूम बुक नहीं हुआ है. तो रूम बुक नहीं हुआ है तो इंडेक्स 0 इज आउट ऑफ बाउंड ऑफ लेंथ 0. आपको बता रहा है कि लेंथ 0 का रहा है, को कोई नंबर हम इसमें स्टोर नहीं कर सकते हैं. वेरी सिंपल. सो दिस इज व्हाट हैपन व्हेन यू राइट 0. ग्रेटर देन 0, एनी नंबर यू कैन राइट. So you can use floating point number. I have told you. Now one query is coming, as I can understand. The student is trying to ask, can we give any decimal number like this? So let us see. यहाँ पे बता रहा है कि this incompatible type. यहाँ पर int ही डाल सकते हैं हम. Yes, this is, हाँ, इस सवाल से आपको ये चीज पता चल रहा है. आखिर हम इसमें कितना बड़ा नंबर डाल सकते हैं. तो this is int का जो रेंज है उतना ही बड़ा आप array भी बना सकते हैं मैक्सिमम. यस, ये भी बात है. int का जो रेंज है आप देख लीजिए, उतना ही बड़ा array भी बन सकता है, क्योंकि the index is understood in ints, and if you'll see that what is the range of int is too large, so practically anything can be accommodated in that large number if you are using array. And if you want to use anything other than integer, then this is not allowed. Simple. So another query is, can we use all type of loop with array in say? Of course you can use. Yes, you can use while loop for inputting. You can use do while for outputting. You can another use for loop for adding and all. You can use, look, loop is just helping us to manage the arrays properly. It doesn't simply means that only for loop is applicable here. Any kind of loop you can use. You find which loop fits better for you, suits better to you. If you find while loop suits better to you, you can use while loop, no problem. For me personally, for loop suits better to me while using array, so I prefer using for loop. Most of the programmer prefer using for loop. If you wish to use for do or while, you can use it, no issue. The matter is you should be properly indexing them only. You could index them properly. That's the only matter. If you don't want to allocate space, if you will not write a new word, then what will happen? Yes, of course, few thing we can do is, this is now the another way of using array. If you do not want to specify the size this way, I mean this way, if you not want to use the new keyword and all, then you can simply specify using this way also. Okay, so that can be also used. So let us make this comment, because we do not need to input it, because it's already inputted. We have already assigned it, and we just simply want to see them. आउटपुट वाला कोड को हम लोग जारी रखते हैं, हम देखते हैं क्या होता है. Another way of using array. Oh, semicolon is needed. Sorry. Run it and see. Array index out of bond exception. Index 9 out of bond. Yes. Good. Look, how many numbers you stored? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total 8 numbers are there. So indexing automatically, the indexing is done. And since 8 numbers altogether are there, so indexing begins from 0 till 7. 7 तक ही जा रहा है वो. और हम लोग यहाँ पे 9 से शुरू कर रहे हैं. 9 है ही नहीं, इसलिए आउट ऑफ बाउंड बता रहा है. So give it 7 and then see what happens. Look, all those numbers from 7, चूंकि ये उल्टा चल रहा है, that's why from this side it is coming. 32, 34, 65, 89 and all this is coming. So this is another way of making an array, but here we need to specify the data, and as many as you will specify, that those will become the value of the array. So this is another way of using array. Yes, but the way which we normally use is the most prominent and the preferable way of using array. So another queries? No queries are there now. So thank you students for asking these many questions. This makes your understanding better in terms of array. So thank you. We'll see something more about array in our next class.